Takumi, and he's hand-built this car. So he's put his name here.
There's only 4 of them, isn't it?
There are 5,
5 now, so
yeah, 5. Yeah.
There's only 5 of them who hand-build every one of these engines. You know, it's very, very unique. You know.
It's great to be a part of the Nissan family, and the GTR, of course, is the legend. So very happy to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. We're very happy to have you here. We're going to have a chat to you in just a little bit. And we will give you a chance to have a photo with John, or rather take photos of John. In the meantime, you can take a seat. Thank you so much. Just give him a big round of applause.
We all have our GTR memories. I'd like to know your favorite GTR memory.
Yeah, actually, I told you, you explained. Hakosuka in 1972, it's a racing field. When I was 10 years kids, it hit it. Now, it's like a God said, you have to be a Nissan. And I believe I had to be a Nissan and develop the GTR. That's the destiny.
Oh, fantastic. You know, and I'm not saying this because I'm standing on the stage. I've always dreamt of having a Nissan GTR. And I had one today parked about 2 hours ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I'm very excited. I mean, that's my favorite GTR memory.
Amazing. They've got a launch control function. Yeah. And you know, you can go to the start line, and when you launch off the line, it's like a racing car. You know, your head is in the headrest, and it completely kicks you off the line.
So what I've been told is you step on the brakes and you get the car to 4,000 RPM after you get the launch control up, and just leave the brakes and put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you're doing 0 to 100k just over 3 seconds. Wow. 1, 2, 3. There you go, 100k.
Wow,
that's crazy. It's extraordinary, yeah.
John was telling me something really interesting about this part here.
So that's the Takumi, and he's hand-built this car. So he's put his name here.
There's only 4 of them, isn't it?
There are 5,
5 now, so
5.
There's only 5 of them who hand-build every one of these engines. You know, it's very, very unique. You know, normally you've got them being churned out of a factory, haven't you? And this is what it's another little detail of the GTR. And I think for me, what is unique about the GTR compared to other supercars, well, there's 2 things. One, you can drive it every day. I drove it in Manhattan. You can't get worse traffic. It's worse than Bombay.
Are you serious?
Wow. And I cruised around.
Traffic is really
And I cruised around for 2 days, and I thought, this is just. I feel safe. I feel comfy. I'm not worried about you know the car being too low. But the other thing is they have this really trick electronic diff, which controls the amount of power between the front and the rear. So if you have the opportunity, we've got 2 or 3 great racetracks in India. You have a chance to do a track day. You know, that's where the car's really at home.
And you've got the opportunity to you can get the options done in the car, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
you can completely customize it to what you want. So you know, you can completely configure the electronics to do what you want and make it your own, which is pretty unique.
I'm just imagining John waking up every morning and just like shining his car.
His poor wife.
No one's allowed to touch it. She's going to be like every morning.
But I love doing that. I love taking care of my car. In fact, there's a joke back home where all my staff and my office people are saying, hey, this car's going to come to the garage and it's just going to be clean.
So without even driving it.
Listen, I will warn you, you can't do that on his car. You can do it on this one. No fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
John's very touchy about fingerprints in his car.
Wow.
So we can walk around.
Let's walk around and have a look.
I'll put this thing down and you guys can.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just, it's sporty, it's professional. As I say, you know, you can quite happily use it every day, and you're going to use it every day.
I think one of you should say.
I'll try and use it every day. I'm a little possessive about this.
फिंगर पेंसिल चालू होना गाड़ी